Namaste. We are going to talk about happy spine for fat loss. So what is this happy spine? Generally, when you come for the workout, the first and foremost instruction that we give is your spine straight, your chest up, your tummy tucked in, and we ask you to stay easy on your shoulders. We insist you to do this for that 1 hour, but then all through the 23 hours in the day. The way you sit, you stand, you walk, the body posture while you do all these actions is generally compromised upon, and I'm sure you know what I mean. When you're at your desk, you slouch. The way you sit, in fact, sitting, the spine is not designed to sit. The spine is designed to stand, walk, run, and sleep. If you have to sit, the spine is designed to sit in a squat position, because squatting doesn't compromise the natural shape of the spine, the natural S curve that the spine has. The squatting does not compromise on that natural S curve. Rest of all the positions that you sit, the high-rise chairs that you use, these get you to compromise on your spine posture. They turn your spine's natural S curve into C curve. When you crunch this way, it turns into unnatural C curve, and that gives rise to a host of other health problems. And a bigger worry, that 1 hour of workout that you do in the day will never negate the effects of 3 hours of sitting that you do all through the day. First and the foremost thing is increase in your waistline. How many ever number of crunches you do for that 1 hour in a day, if you are not sitting right, you're going to increase your waistline. You might be surprised to know about the ill effects that wrong spine posture has on your body. The first and foremost ill effect is your hormonal imbalance. Yes, of course. All the nerves that travel from your different subsystems of your body, your endocrine system, your reproductive system, your circulatory system, and digestive system, all these subsystems of your body to the central nervous system. All these nerves which carry information from the brain to the central nervous, that is to the central, from the central nervous system to the subsystems, and vice versa, travel through your spine. And when you crunch your spine and sit, you are compromising on the information exchange of all these subsystems to the brain and vice versa. Obviously, the organs produce hormones in the wrong amount at the wrong times. All your cortisol imbalances, that is your stress hormone, your thyroid imbalances, your thyroid gland imbalances, and all these arise. And this is one of the main reasons. I wouldn't say that this is the only reason, but definitely this is one of the main reasons that all these organs produce not so right amounts of hormones at the not so right times. It compromises on your digestion. When you eat and sit in a certain position after you eat, your digestion process gets compromised, and also the wrong spine posture decreases the oxygen supply to your brain by 25 to 40%, which results in your inability to burn fat, and obviously you gain fat. And this is a fat which is called visceral fat. This manifests itself around the organs of your body, and particularly this increases your waistline, and this is the most dangerous fats. And the bad news is, visceral fat, you cannot lose visceral fat just with the workout. You might have to even work on your lifestyle and again your spine posture when you're talking about losing visceral fat. And visceral fat brings home a host of other imbalances like B12 deficiencies, that is the absorption of B12, how much ever you consume, goes low when you have visceral fat in the body, your thyroid imbalances, and your insulin resistance and irregularities in the periods. All your subsystems in the body, that is your endocrine system, your circulatory system, your respiratory system, your reproductive system, and digestive system, all these functionalities are compromised when there is increase in the visceral fat. And your LDL shoots up, and there are a host of problems. So, in order to negate the effects of the wrong sitting posture, the first and the last and the quickest thing, and in fact the easiest thing that you can do is setting your posture right. So the tip number 1 is just do it right. So you sit straight in your chair, your legs in 90 degrees, your feet firmly placed on the ground, spine straight, and if there is a gap between the chair and your spine, use a pillow, a thin pillow, or wrap a towel and put it between the spine and the chair. So this is the right posture to sit. It might feel awkward to you initially because awkward has become normal to you. The normal might as well feel awkward to you, but this is the right way of sitting, and your head slightly high, head held high slightly, as if some thin rope is pulling you. Your chin up, your head held slightly high, look straight, as if some thin rope is pulling you from the top. If you're too short for a chair for 90 degrees, you can have one more stool placed here, so you still have 90 degrees. So that's about just doing it right. Tip number 2, you practice doing it right. So you just practice what you have learned. Since you have got used to the wrong posture for ages, the right posture might seem awkward to you initially. So sitting with the pillow behind your back, that is the towel that is wrapped, or the thin pillow behind your back, and practicing it for longer hours in a day is more important, and it will take less than 3 weeks for you to get used to the right posture, and that's when you will be able to keep the visceral fat, the rest of the hormonal concerns at bay. And tip number 3, get up and move. The reason is, we already spoke about it earlier in this video, that sitting is not the ideal thing to do with your spine. Your spine is not designed to sit. So since sitting is inevitable for us, considering the office hours that we spend in, and considering the ergonomics of the chairs that we have, we don't sit in low-raised chairs. So the best thing that you could do to negate the effects of sitting for long hours is, you do this getting up and moving for at least once in 45 minutes. If you can get up, breathe a little, maybe 5 to 6 breaths, inhalations and exhalations, and then sit back in the chair. That will definitely help. So once in 45 minutes, once in 1 hour. Generally, most of you use these alarms to drink and sip water. So you can have an alarm every 1 hour to stand up, and this will make a world of difference. Trust me, it is a simple change and an easier change to follow, and actionable advice. But definitely, this will make a world of difference in setting your spine right, and also in keeping your visceral fat and setting your visceral fat at bay, and setting your waistline tight. And the last, but definitely the most important advice is learning to squat. What is the squat? And so this is squatting for you. If you check out this posture, I am having my knees close, the knees are close, the toes are pointing straight, and my heels are resting on the floor, and I have my spine considerably straight. That is not slouched, it is straight. So this is the posture that you can try, and this is called resting squat. It sets your spine health right. It helps you maintain your spine posture. It strengthens your vertebral column, and every day in the morning, if you practice this resting squat, for a beginner, it has to be 30 seconds into 3 sets. For an intermediate, it has to be 45 seconds into 3 sets. For an advanced, it has to be 60 seconds into 2 sets, and the last set would be set to death. Set to death means the set that you can do until your legs shake, shiver and tremor. And how do you consider yourself a beginner, intermediate or an advanced? Simple. You are a beginner if you are not able to even sit in that posture. That is, you are not able to do it right. If you're not able to rest your heel, or if your toes are pointing outwards, you have to have more gap in between your knees, that is feet, and things like that. you are a beginner. So for a beginner, we know how many sets to do. You are an intermediate. If you are able to sit in that posture but not able to hold it for more than 10 seconds or 15 seconds or anything less than 30 seconds, then you are an advanced if you are able to hold it for those 30 seconds. So you can try the 60-second squat, and every day, first thing in the morning. This doesn't require warm-up, and unless and until you are advised by your orthopedic or medical professionals for your umbilical hernias or for your back pains or any other mechanical concerns that your body has, you can all do it and try it. Then you might feel very normal and comfortable about slouching or just going down in the chair and reading your book, but in your spine's perspective, it feels very, very uncomfortable and it feels unhealthy doing this. So, and 21 days of the practice of all the 4 quick fixes that we spoke about, right? 1, just doing the sitting part right. 2, practicing that. 3, getting up and moving from your chairs often. 4, the resting squat. If you're able to do these 4 practices for 21 days, you're going to see astonishing results. You're going to see decrease in your waistline, increase in the strength, and also apart from all these health benefits, sitting straight and having your spine right and chest up and your tummy tucked in increases your mood and confidence. Not only that, the way your dresses fit is a lot different, positively different from the way they fit when you're slouched or when you sit this way. So that's it for now. Let's catch up with one more video.